Samarambam Jnana Sammandacharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respects. To start the questions.
The first question is from Rajendra Kumar S., IA number 39, who's saying, Dear Swamiji, in thirst of knowledge, I used to go through the teaching of various masters. In that process, I stumbled upon the teaching of two masters, Sadhguru, Isha Foundation, and Osho's talks on enlightenment, where they stated that with enlightenment, one cannot live in the body. How far is this true? As I could not understand the context, it was difficult for me to accept and I was shaken. However, the power of your inspiration to live enlightenment was so high that I could not do anything but continue the path shown by you. My inner voice says that only great avatars can reproduce such highest experiences to common man, safeguarding from the associated extremities in the spiritual path. But at this moment, I feel it is worth dying for this experience, and I do not know how to express my gratitude. I feel this only bhava. I should first become a candle, burn for you, and disappear in your eternal light, and that too would not be enough. With love and gratitude, Rajendra Kumar S., IA number 39.
Rajendra Kumar, please understand, your question itself carries the answer. You say, at this moment I feel it is worth dying for this experience. That mood prepares your body and mind and protects you from all the extremities associated with enlightenment. Understand? Understand the question thoroughly. He says he has heard from two people, two masters, that enlightened one cannot live in the body. I do not want to comment about their words, what context they said and how you heard and all that. I don't want to comment on that. But I wanted you to understand one thing. The moment I created this feeling in you, for this experience, even death is okay. It means you have become ripe enough to hold that experience in your body. Understand? Till you have, see, what is death? What is fear of death? If you are afraid of death, still you have the hope for life, hanging on to life. So if you are clinging or hanging on to life, how can enlightenment happen to you? I tell you, the moment you are ready to die, you don't need to die. The moment you are ready to face the death, you are free from death. Enlightenment can stay in your body now without causing the extremities associated to it. You can see very clearly, again I wanted to refer Devanki Dev serial, how the Sati getting matured in the next body and becoming Parvati. I tell you, if you want to see the much more refined, pure form of Parvati, you should see her in the next Janma, Meenakshi. Just like how the Vishnu's perfect incarnation is Krishna. He starts as a Matsya, then Varaha, different incarnations. First as a fish, then as a Kurma, tortoise. Then as a tortoise, from tortoise to Varaha, pig. And from pig he moves to the Narasimha. From Narasimha he moves to Vamana. How the growth is happening in Vishnu's incarnations, and Krishna is Purnavatara. Same way for Devi, from Sati she evolves to Parvati, from Parvati to Meenakshi. I tell you, Meenakshi is Purnavatara of Devi. In Sati's time, in that body, parental conditioning was so much. 80% of Dakshan, Prasuti. In Parvati's body, parental conditionings have practically disappeared. 80% was pure Parvati, only 20% Mena and Himavan. In Meenakshi's body, she did not even stay in Kanchanamala's body. She walked straight out of fire. So the pure consciousness. That is why there was no influence of parents, parental conditioning on her. She just lived and she decided the marriage and she informed the parents. That also father died by that time. Only Kanchanamala, mother was alive. She comes back and informs, I have decided to get married and Shiva is coming. Please make arrangements. And she was already a queen. When she fell in love with Shiva, she was queen already. So, you can see the beautiful evolving happening from Sati to Parvati, Parvati to Meenakshi. See, in Meenakshi's body, she was already ready. See, in Sati's body, she gets Satori. In Parvati's body, she gets enlightenment. In Meenakshi's body, she is an incarnation. What makes Sati into Parvati and Parvati to Meenakshi? Understand, non-clinging to life. Non-clinging to life. Stop clinging to life. All hopes are hopelessness. Get more and more comfortable with your insecure imaginations. Please understand. I wanted this to be one of the important understanding for all my disciples and followers. Get more and more comfortable with your uncomfortable fear fantasies, uncomfortable insecurity thoughts, uncomfortable insecurity imaginations. For example, if you have wealth, suddenly you will think, oh, if some thief comes and steals everything, what will they do? Or there are some other. But nowadays the fear of small thieves have disappeared. Fear of big thief means the government. Now the whole thing collapsing. Economy melting down. What is the economy melting down? The larger thief stealing everybody's wealth by wrong policies and corruption. So you have fear. If the whole thing melts down, what will I do? Where will I be? How will I be? See, everybody constantly has these insecurity imaginations. Especially early morning before you wake up from the bed. Either you will have the deep insecurity imaginations or fantasies. This too only wakes you up from the bed early morning. Of course, about fantasies, with fantasies already you are comfortable. But these insecurity imaginations, start getting comfortable with that. Okay. Now you are there. That does not mean you are going to become reality. Your ability to get comfortable with insecurity imagination makes your nervous system ripe enough to hold the highest experiences. Understand? This is the only way Sati becomes Parvati, Parvati becomes Meenakshi. Your ability to handle very beautifully in one place in Shiva Sutras, Mahadeva says, living in utter insecurity is living enlightenment. Get comfortable with your insecurity imagination. Only the people whose nerves have become comfortable with the insecurity imaginations have achieved highest things on the planet Earth, whether it is in the outer world or in the inner world. People whose nervous system cannot handle the insecurity imaginations, I tell you, when I declared a few days before a new understanding for our Sangha, you do whatever is your maximum capacity. I tell you, when Buddha gave sannyas to women, of course, I am not against giving sannyas to women, I am all for it. But Buddha knows human beings. He says when he gave sannyas to women and made them also part of the Sangha, he says, I reduced the longevity and purity of my Sangha. Because after him, there will be too much of men exploiting women and women exploiting men. It's not that only men exploit women, women also exploit men. In both ways. I have seen. Oh, anyhow. It's like different ways, not just the guru-disciple relationship. In so many ways, it's men and women exploiting each other. He knows, as long as he's in the body, that won't happen. The moment he leaves the body, it is going to happen. He says he reduced the purity and longevity of the Sangha. I tell you, when I said be honest to yourself, I felt exactly the same after I leave the body. Of course, as long as I am in the body, I will be going on inspiring you guys. And you will again and again, true to be your honest capability and true to your core, all that will continuously happen as long as I am in the body. After that, this law, this understanding, I know, is going to create people who are lazy, dull, dead, enemies to enlightenment. I don't know how people are going to handle those beings at that time. When I am in the body, we will handle. Still, I do not know how you guys are going to handle. Of course, none of you are going to be in the body. I am going to be living for quite a long time. I am saying, the next generation, maybe your third generation only is going to be the last generation I will be seeing. Then next generation, your fourth generation only is going to be my successors. Because the moment I say be honest to yourself, be true to your capacity, you don't even know your capacity. You will completely get comfortable with your lifestyle. See, by the word, through the word productivity, I was constantly making you get comfortable with your insecure imaginations. You see, with the word productivity and with that scale, with that idea, constantly you are made to live in that. Get comfortable with your insecurity imagination of, that is the ultimate insecurity. If I lose master, what will I do? That's the ultimate insecurity. But only when you get comfortable with those insecurity imaginations, your nerves become strong to hold the highest kundalini awakening. When you say, okay, if at one day if I am kicked out, it is okay, but now I am going to imbibe whatever best and maximum I can. Only with this coming to terms with the reality, your nervous system becomes so strong and you imbibe completely maximum whatever you need to imbibe. When that insecurity never becomes part of your life, you are going to be standing in rain with a raincoat, an umbrella. Not even a drop of rain is going to touch you. I am showering like a rain. You stand with an umbrella and raincoat, which is called security. The secured feeling and the secured thought trend. No. Swamiji already said, you be honest to your capacity. This thought trend is going to be more like a raincoat and umbrella. Now, I only have to inspire you continuously. Anyhow, I am opening up and presenting the whole philosophy in front of you. How this Rajendra Kumar describes, I feel it is worth dying for this experience. When this thought trend becomes part of your system, your nervous system gets the strength to experience and hold the highest kundalini awakening. Then your system becomes alive. I tell you, to prepare you for this level is the incarnation's job. That is my job. Nothing else. Rajendra Kumar is beautifully putting it. I should first become a candle and burn for you and disappear in your eternal light. That too would not be enough. I tell you, the moment I brought this attitude in you, my job as a great incarnation has happened. I have done to you. You are done with me. I am done with you now. Now, simply the cosmos will enter you and your system is ready to hold that experience. It is all about nothing but making you comfortable. You see, how comfortable you are with your greed-based fantasies. Same way you need to be comfortable with your fear-based imaginations. For example, that early morning, sometime when you have that greed-based fantasies, how comfortable you don't even want to get out of it. But somehow this foolish alarm rings only at that moment. How comfortable your whole nervous system is with that greed-based fantasies. To the same level, your nervous system should be comfortable and joyful, relaxed with your fear-based fantasies, fear-based insecurity thoughts. You say, oh, how can it be? You are saying nightmare and sweet dream should be same? Yes. Because both is from you. You are the source. Whether it is a sweet dream or nightmare, you are the source. You are the creator. My whole job is making your nervous system comfortable with your nightmare also, the same way your sweet dreams are comfortable. How you are comfortable with your sweet dreams, to that same way I should make you comfortable with your nightmares. Then my job is done. Then your body is ready for the highest kundalini experience. Then I have completed the job of carving a yogic body and Vedic mind. So Rajendra Kumar, in your question itself, the answer is there. Look into your question And you are saying, it was very difficult for me to accept their words, those two masters' words, and you were shaken. You were shaken. However, the power of your inspiration to live enlightenment was so high that I could not do anything but continue the path shown by you. To create this depth of inspiration in you all means the ability to handle, to get comfortable with the insecurity. I myself should have gone through the whole thing in front of your eyes. I should say in 2012, some of the asuras tried to invade the Biddi campus. I went through that. Only then you will stand. You will understand, yes, what he says is true. He did not have nervous breakdown. And he stood. His most insecurity imaginations have been a very comfortable flow in him. He was completely comfortable with the sweet dreams and nightmares, insecurity imaginations, and extraordinary expression of spiritual energy. See, morning, somebody does Pada Puja saying, "Oh, embodiment of all gods and goddesses." In next few hours, somebody says, "He is a criminal and we are going to put him in prison." And you need a nervous system which is completely comfortable with both, which does not lead to nervous breakdown. Understand? Both can lead to nervous breakdown. It is not that only insecurity, even too much of respect. Suddenly, you see, in your house, the people who live around you suddenly starts respecting you like a god. What will happen to you? You will go crazy. In 2 days, you will go mad. You will become loose. You will say, "No, no, 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 no. I am ordinary. I am ordinary." Whether fear or greed, disrespect or respect, both can make you crazy. Your nervous system won't be able to handle. And if both are happening at a time, just today, one side the 15 international media has published about our diabetes kriya. 15 international magazines and 4 third-rate journals in Tamil Nadu have published articles putting so many nonsensical allegations on me. Both happening in same way, same time. You will become mad. If your nervous system is not strong enough. I tell you, preparing your nervous system strong enough to hold the fantasies of greed and imaginations of insecurity. Early morning, if you are lying and imagining some sweet dreams, if this person lives with me, if I am with that person and that kind of house and car and bungalow, money, how I will. Whether you are drooling or shaking, suddenly some dream, tiger is chasing you. and a huge python is trying to swallow you, or you lost all the money in your share market, your net worth has melted down. I tell you, the real your net worth, which can never melt down, is inner awakening. Your any other net worth will melt down. That is why I tell you, have some asset which will not melt down. Your capability. See, it is not that easy. You can hide and cover up your fears and insecurity and live your life. Your stomach will get churned. You will have diarrhea. This time in the prison, the jailer was the head of the jail. He became very friendly with me. He was a devoted person. I have never seen a jailer falling at the feet of an accused. The moment I was taken inside the jail, the first thing he looked around, and when there was no media camera, he fell flat at my feet. I was shocked. Oh God, what is going on? I blessed him, be blissful. And he was not even getting up. He said, put your hand on my head and bless Swamiji, only then I will get up. I blessed him. He says, I was so happy the moment they said they are bringing you here. I said, what do you mean? He was telling, you are my guest. I am going to take care of you. Come on. Then he told me, I read all your books. I have seen your YouTube discourses. I always wanted to come and see you in the ashram. You came here to grace me. I said, okay. I don't want any more jailers praying for my darshan. And he said, please accept my hospitality. But the guy was really nice. He was really nice, and at least 10 times he fell at my feet in 24 hours. I was only 24 hours with him. 10 times he will come again and fall at the feet and say, Swamiji, you should eat. I said, no, I'm going to fast. But he was so honestly, truly, genuinely concerned. And I was talking to him very casually, just to know the mindset, how people behave when they come there, how the VIPs are treated and how the ordinary prisoners are treated and all that. He said, Swamiji, there is no such thing as VIP. The moment anybody comes in, we know first thing, in half an hour he will go to bathroom 10 times. Means the whole nervous system is shaken. The insecurity. I was sitting and talking to him, and then slowly I asked him, do you see any insecurity in me? He laughed. He said, what is this, Swamiji? You are making fun of me. It's not that easy to hide the insecurity if it is there inside. Understand? Some of the media, they questioned me in a press meet. Are you trying to hide your insecurity by constantly smiling? I told them, why don't you try? Why don't you try? Try to hide your insecurity by constantly smiling. Let me see how much you are successful. You need a special nervous system through which the current of insecurity and the current of future possibility both can flow. I tell you, when you are always in the peak, means the future, this side is also possible and that side is also possible. Only then you are alive. I tell you, somebody may think I am a good guy, somebody may think I am a bad guy, but I can tell you about me, I am a living guy. I am alive. The extreme good, what can happen? Being worshipped by people as the God while in the body. I have seen that extreme. And the same way, the other extreme, being abused with all the lies and false allegations, constantly being tortured, disrespected. I have seen this extreme. And both waves could not make any pattern in my nervous system. Birds don't leave footprints in the space. Same way, both does not leave any footprints in my nervous system. Only buffaloes leave strong footprint in the mud. If your inner space, if your nervous system is more like a mud, only buffaloes walk in that and leave a strong footprint. You can see. In the mud, when the buffaloes leave, footprints are formed, and then when it dries in the sun, it is frozen. It's dried. It becomes permanent. Mud is your weak nervous system. Buffalo is the experiences happening on you. When the sun is exposed to that footprint, it becomes like a solid stone after drying up. Life's various other experiences are the sun's exposure to that footprint. So it becomes a permanent pattern in you. But if your inner space is like a sky, all the experiences of the extremities, either the experience of fear or the experience of greed, flows in you, flies in you like a bird. You can see the buffalo's footprint. If you are a mud, you carry only this. If your inner space is like a air, ether, every experience is like a bird which does not leave any footprint. I tell you, take this up like a Samyama, meditation, getting comfortable with your extreme fantasies, positive and negative. Please understand. Your extreme fantasies, positive. Your extreme fantasies, negative. Both. Get comfortable. Yes, if that happens, if that is the way things happen, what can be done? Okay, next. Next. That's it. And I still remember the jailer asked me, Swamiji, you are not suffering. Why are you trying to fast? I said, fasting I am doing just to put it on record about my resistance. That what they are doing is illegal. The international media is watching. And the history is going to record. Not only I am arrested, how I responded to the arrest. Not only I was persecuted, how I responded to my persecution. So I need to put it on record. I need to create the right history. I am not suffering is part of my spiritual history. But I did not budge. I recorded my opposition and resistance is going to be the part of my social history. Rajendra Kumar, the moment your nervous system is ready to face any extreme, you will not be affected by any extreme. The moment you are ready to die, you don't need to die. But as long as you are not ready to die, death is waiting for you. You need to die. The moment you are ready to die, you don't need to die. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share, and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters, India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd Pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nithyanandaya swagatam Anandanubhavaswadam Sarvaroga nivarakam Vande papa vinashaktam Nithyanandaya swagatam Nityamuktam nirvikalpam Dhyanaloka pradipakam Vande shanta